what we have been witness as it relates to the Andrew Holness-led administration, I will say criminality, right, that is unprecedented as it relates to this particular administration. The level of criminality is just not normal. Never in the history of our politics. And I'm not saying that we don't have corrupted situations prior to an Andrew Holness administration. But boy, this is on a whole new level with the Andrew Holness administration, right, from 2016, right, until we speak today, right? The level of corruption is just permeated through the length and breadth of Jamaica. I mean, you know, through the government of Jamaica, right? Corporate. It just seems like, you know, this administration want to normalize corruption. I can't put it any better than to say that the Andrew Holness administration, right, wanted to normalize corruption. So then let us start, of course, with corruption under this administration. It is just sickening. It is disgraceful, right? It is, to say the least, despicable. And, you know, for persons who are supporting the Jamaica Labour Party, if they can't see it, then it doesn't make sense. You understand? We try to show them, right? Because apparently they would have no hook, line, and sinker, right, as it relates to the level of corruption that is taking place. Now let us get into, right, our first clip, right, where you have it as Pimpy Business, where it says, so everybody turning chopper. That is the headline of this clip. So everybody turning chopper, just like the Prime Minister. So much disgrace in this government. Jamaica need a change now.
MOCA officers, supported by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, are carrying out what's being described as a major fraud investigation at a government entity. We can now confirm that that government entity is the Heart NSTA Trust, and the officers are at this hour seizing items, and arrests are expected in relation to the probe. The probe is being carried out at the Heart location in Montego Bay and also in Portmore. MOCA officers, as I said, being supported by the JCF as they're carrying out what they're describing as a major fraud investigation. And they're now at this hour carrying out search and seizure operations, and they expect that people will be arrested. So we can confirm that this major fraud investigation, the government entity is the Heart NSTA Trust. We've confirmed that with the Director of Communications at MOCA, Major Basil Jarrett, and the investigation is being carried out at the Montego Bay location and the Portmore location of Heart. Before 5 this morning, the officers of MOCA, assisted by the JCF, swooped in, and they're carrying out search and seizure operations, and they confirm that they expect that arrests will be made. We'll be joined by Major Jarrett at about 7:45. As you can imagine, he's trying to stay on top of what's happening right now. This operation was launched just about 2 hours ago, 5 in the morning, and they are now carrying out search and seizure operations, and they expect that arrests.
My Jamaican people, Jamaican people, have you heard that? Right? Government entity. No surprise there. At this point, no surprise. No surprise. Just imagine, people. Just imagine. Let us roll back. I want Jamaican people to roll back to 2015 when we have this, you know, so-called brilliant Andrew Holness, right? Young and electrifying and, you know, speaking about, you know, good governance and identifying all the wrongs that he claimed that, you know, the People's National Party, right, have been doing, right? And, you know, at the time was such a forceful opposition, right? And when you go back in history and see how Andrew Holness came across and to what we have now revealing, right? From, you know, the awarding of contract when he was in the Minister of National, when he was in the Ministry of Education, right? Come straight down to SSL, right? All sort of bangarang, some of which we are going to touch tonight. It's just amazing, people, right? This is the Andrew Holness-led administration. And guess what, people? They are seeking a third term. Seeking a third term and saying to us that, look, we don't need to highlight the illicit 7 because, of course, we know that Andrew Holness out there already, right? So we want to know about the other 7. And so then is now a lot of distraction, right? And wanted the Jamaican people to give, right, the illicit aid, all of them, an opportunity of a third term. Well, let me tell you something, Andrew Holness. You lick your mind. You lick your mental. Now, tonight, we are going to get into some other issues just to expose the type of administration that we are dealing with. It's sickening. And we have to call a spade and the ability for us, you understand, to transcend ourselves, right, from the politics and put the truth in front of us and call a spade a spade. Many of us today in Jamaica, that is what is wrong with us, right? We see color first. We see party first, and we put party over Jamaica, right? And we don't call out a spade. That if the PNP wrong, right? Identify where the PNP, right, goes wrong. And if the Jamaica Labour Party wrong, identify where the Jamaica Labour Party goes wrong. I am not coming here to say that there is no corruption, right, that emanating from the People's National Party. I wouldn't be saying that because that would be a callous lie. I wouldn't be saying that, right? But we all have to come to grips and let us speak truth to power. Let us speak truth to power. We have a judiciary system, right? One which I confirm that the judiciary is solid, or jurisprudence is solid, right? And you are going to tell me that within the history of the politics from 1954 until now, as we speak, GLP, who is calling out PNP corruption, and I'm not saying that PNP doesn't have any corruption, but what I'm saying, GLP, who have been, right, for the whole 10 years, calling out PNP corruption and totally unable, right, to put a People's National Party member of parliament through the judiciary, right, for corruption. Now let us look on the other side, people. Let us reason with facts. The PNP, on the other hand, democratic socialism that I am a part of, and proud to say I am a democratic socialist. I am saying, why the Jamaica Labour Party, right, generating the evidence, come forward with the evidence, right, and put a People's National Party member of parliament, right, through the judiciary for corruption, right? So then now we have to speak truth to term. Since they can't do that, we have to hold what we know, right, is facts. And so then the facts established in court records, the facts established in the media, the facts established in all sorts of reports pointing on the Jamaica Labour Party from 1954 until now, we have more than 7 members of parliament, right, put through the judiciary, right, and prosecuted. Yes, Jamaica, prosecuted. So then let us look on the figure. We are talking about 7 for none. 7 Jamaica Labour Party being prosecuted, and Jamaica, let me say this, Jamaica. The amount of scandal that Andrew HOLNESS-led administration is unprecedented. Coming from the history of the politics. Unprecedented. And if we are to take on Andrew HOLNESS administration, and we are Andrew HOLNESS administration, right, separate itself from interfering with the criminal justice system and allow the process to flow freely, you are going to see more than 7 of them lined up right now within the space of the judiciary to also be prosecuted. So you tell me, Andrew HOLNESS administration alone had captured more than the number of persons, right, that prosecuted on the JLP side. His administration alone, based on investigation as it relates to the IC and other pending investigation to come. It's a crying shame. It's a crying shame, people. Right? And so then we have to speak truth to term and take out the politics. Right? It is just not good. Not good for good governance. Andrew HOLNESS policies again in terms of Section 53, subsection 3, the Muzzling Act, right, goes to show you the reason as to why Andrew HOLNESS want to put muzzle over the mouth of the Integrity Commission investigator. It goes to show you that Andrew HOLNESS again, right, blocked the impeachment bill that Mark Golding drafted. Let us speak, people. It goes to show you again that Andrew HOLNESS, as it relates to good governance, influenced his members of parliament not to sign the code of conduct. Again, unprecedented. Unprecedented, as never done before. Apart from that, coupled with that, Andrew HOLNESS again involved in all sort of bungarang where the corruption is. It just seems like there's no corruption can escape Andrew HOLNESS himself. And that's one of the reasons why you have 19 agencies, right, under his portfolio. Again, let me say this, people, unprecedented. So you notice now that this word unprecedented, right, is now working now along with Andrew, right? Because, again, breaking the norms and standard operating procedure, right? This man, again, so many times challenged the Constitution, right? Where they put him in court, and again, unprecedented. He has not won, not even one of the cases, one of the many cases that he put through the judiciary. Goes to show you that, sir, you are wrong. Right? You are wrong in terms of making many attempts to rape the Constitution. What sort of administration that you are running? It's obvious for the Jamaican people now to call your politics, right, political scammers. Because that is what now your administration define. I mean, your administration, Mr. HOLNESS, permeated with corruption. Corruption. Now we have few months leave for the general election. And my God, Andrew, Not even a breathing space they are getting. Few more months, leave. And you cannot have a firm grip to fix up your moral base, man. You are morally bankrupt. You have an ethical issue. So then let us go into some of what we are talking about and show the Jamaican people. You couldn't, Andrew. I think that, Andrew, honest, let me speak the truth. Let me speak the truth to power. I honestly believe, Andrew, that you don't get it. I don't think you get it that the Jamaican people done with you. Yes, Andrew. Out of your 28 accounts, you use 14 of your accounts in Moran Bay. 14. Right? Part of the billions of dollars you drop in Moran Bay. Right? To capture and win the local government election. And you had lost it. But that goes to show you, Andrew. Let me try to do the maths for you. But that goes to show you. The people out with you. Regardless of the billions of dollars that you are spending, the people know you. The people have you as a political artist. Right? And we are going to show the people, again, the other bangarang that you're involved with. Andrew, there is no corruption that has taken place. And Andrew, you don't know about it. Right? If an egg, you're in the red. My God, man. My God. Show some, show some morals, man. Right? It's bad, man. It's gone beyond, let me just get into the program because I don't want to lose myself tonight. As I said, unprecedented, right?